Hello people, and welcome to my little rundown on priest healing in low level dungeons. My name is Will, and today I'm playing a level 15 Blood Elf Priest, Holy. My whole point in making this video is to show that healing nowadays is ridiculously simple, and there is no reason why you should have any anxiety of going into an instance and healing, because end of the day, right now in this current way we play the game, DPS queues on instances are extremely high because nobody wants to tank or heal. A gentleman by the name of Johnny has made a channel basically showing what it's like as a tank, and I am going to be the same only as a healer. So basically my gear, as you can see, it's not special. It's just simple questing gear, bit of crafted gear. Currently wearing the Undercity tabard. It's really simple. You can't not have this gear. My talents are as holy as you can see. Nothing that special. So yeah, let's just skip forward to when we get in this instance. Finally the queue pops up, and let's head into our little instance and see what we get. Alright, Deadmines, and I speeded this up to half the speed, or double the speed, whatever's your preference. And as you can see, the warrior tank does not take any damage at all. It's level 15 content. There's nothing to really worry about. As you can see, I'm actually smiting some of it. Somebody dings. Lots of people have heirloom gear and have the 40% because that's how much you can get by having all heirlooms and being in a guild. I've chosen not to wear it because this is from the perspective of a new player. As you can see, the tank doesn't take much damage at all. It took a little bit there on those two packs, and on bosses, well, really don't take much damage at all. I mean, once you obviously start getting into the 5-mans in heroics, then people start taking a lot more damage and you have people to heal. But as of just starting, there's very little to heal, and I think that's for the best really, because you don't want to choke people in the deep end. You don't want to get them scared. I mean, on this fight, just look at the health bars. No damage at all, and some sexy gloves for me. Now, while I'm on the topic of loot, one thing you have to just get into your heads while questing or leveling in normal instances: do not, under any circumstances, get loot hungry. If you start to bitch and moan about loot, or something gets ninja from you, just do not worry. It'll get replaced, you'll get better later on, don't worry. Yes, I know loot is a part of the game and everybody loves to be, geared up, but at the end of the day, it seriously just does not matter. Healing wise, you have 3 abilities at this stage of the game: Flash Heal, Power Word Shield, and Renew. Power Word Shield is exactly what it says in the tin. It's a shield, it absorbs damage rather than them taking it. Flash Heal is a great big giant heal that's really fast, but if you spam it, your mana will just fly down. And Renew is a heal over time. You put it on the target and it'll slowly heal up damage. Now in this group I actually got quite lucky because the group itself is quite good. They all know what they're doing. The tank knows how to tank. I know how to heal because I'm awesome. So yeah, it just flies through. Now, it's a risk you won't run when you run with random people. A lot of the time you'll just run into somebody who just does not know what the hell they're doing. They have made no effort in their character. They've come in, I don't know, as a tank and like in DPS and just says, oh, the queues are quicker as a tank, but I want to be DPS. I've had that a couple of times. It's so dumb. But when it comes down to healing, as you saw then, took a bit of damage. Those mobs there do take a bit of damage. You just have to be aware. You can't just run through this instance thinking, oh, it's low level, no one will take any damage, because they will. You'll get a naff trash pack or a naff boss and you will have to start healing. It's the whole point of you being in the group. Just focus on keeping people alive, because at the end of the day, that's what you're there for. I want to talk a little bit about the reward for doing a random dungeon these days. At low levels, it's a little bag that will contain a blue item. Now, the problem with that is it's not always a good blue item. Like for instance, I'm going to do a bit of a spoiler alert. At the end of this one, I get a cloak, but it's a DPS cloak with a Jill and crit on. It's just no use. So you kind of just have to, it swings and roundabouts really. You might get something awesome and you might get something absolutely useless. So loot will always you'll always get quest rewards. You'll sometimes get a drop, but not always. Do not rely on drops, because 9 times out of 10 it might get ninja'd out you. And you'll sometimes get some out of the bag. So your gear will always get better. Now, as you can see, the tank again not taking much damage at all. There was a dot on the tank, a holy fire, but at this moment in time I don't have dispel magic, so I can't get rid of it. And then see, what I've just seen there is that troll warrior turning around and saying, "Hey, does anyone else want to do another dungeon after this? It takes ages to queue as DPS." Now I'm going to put my hand up and say, "Look, dude, you're a warrior. If you want instant queues, respec. Go in as a tank. You'll fly through it." This is the whole point of me and Johnny making these videos. Just go in as a healer or tank. Your queues will just plummet. You'll get there. But oh well, it's just the way of people these days. They don't want the responsibility. They want big numbers, and they don't want to run the group. Want something for nothing. Want their cake and eating it. I'm trying not to get off on a tangent here, but hey, it's just the way I feel about it. A little bit of something about these mobs is when they die, you can get in them and control them as a vehicle. It's, nice little thing, but they die pretty much instantly. Again, it also puts a debuff on the tank that increases damage taken by like 25%, and I can't dispel it. It's fair enough, really, but that's what happens when you're like, what, level 15, level 16? And doing this boss right here was just bizarre. I mean, it's actually fair awkward to heal at times if your group's a bit rubbish on heroic, but the boss just spins around like crazy, does his abilities, and nobody takes any damage because it's low level. When you've done this on heroic so many times, it's just weird. But hey, 4 Reaper drops and nice 2 on mace. I think the paladin gets it. Oh, and here's the part of the video where our tank decides he wants to leave the group, and we have to wait around for another one, so I'm going to skip ahead till when we carry on. Right, what I suggest here, I would actually suggest you do if you're in this situation and you are low level, is just say, look, we're 4 people, let's just plow through it. You know, you don't really need a full select tank healer 3 DPS group for it. All you need is 4 warm bodies behind the keyboard and you can fly through it, especially if you've got a good healer like me. Now the Rep Paladin decides to go Avenging Wrath and, you know, take aggro, which he does fine. Look at that health bar, no damage at all. This neck group, you know, people take damage, which is fine. You know, when you're when you know what you're doing, it's fine. I'll talk a little bit about the Holy Priest spec defining move you get at level 10. It's called Holy Word Chastise. Now, what it basically does if you attack an enemy with it is just stuns them. It incapacitates them for a little bit, and any damage will break the effect. It also does quite a bit of damage at this level. Now later on, when you get chakra, if you're in different chakra states, again I will explain this more later, it changes your chastise to different abilities, to an AoE heal or a single target heal, depending on what type of chakra you are in. Now, that sounds like I know what I'm talking about. I really, really don't. When it comes to Holy Priest, all I know is what the talents tell me. I can't for the life of me heal groups. I can do it on a Paladin, but when it comes to healing on a Priest, I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. We got a tank in, a Goblin Warrior by the name of Cool Warrior. Yes, he's amazing, don't get me wrong. There are some bad names out there, but end of the day, you can't really judge. My character's name is Tegan. If you're an old school Doctor Who fan like myself, you'll know who that is a reference to. And in spirit of this character, I shall be spending the rest of this video complaining. It's Deadmines. This warrior's got a rubbish name. Can't be bothered healing. What's this warrior doing? No, I think any viewers I had, I've just lost. So just feel free to smite, mind blast, shadow and pain, all that loveliness, and enjoy the run. But I'm gonna say it now. When you get higher, people take more damage. Trust me. Right, let's carry on with the rest of this narration, shall we? I didn't actually see much of this warrior, to be honest. He seemed to tank fine. No problems at all. Again, the only problem you're gonna have with healing in low level dungeons is, I'm not gonna lie to you, you're gonna get bored. People don't take damage. except brief moments where somebody does something stupid. But you could honestly go in with 4 DPS and a tank. I got a nice little ring at the end of that, can't complain. And there's another quest to do to kill this Murloc, Captain Cookie. And if you remember old school Deadmines, Cookie was like a random optional boss that patrolled down below. I think he had Cookie's Tenderizer and Mace. That was fun. But healing is literally nothing. It's really not. There's nothing to worry about. Just go in as a healer, get grid and click, you're sorted. And just go low level if you want. It's practice. That's the whole point of these low level instances. It's practice. But anyway, they all want to go for another instance and I don't. So, because I've got to edit this. And hopefully I'll be making another video at some point. So I'll see you all later.